every time she bitches about these brown couches. Like, buy new couches then. Is it you buy couches, I'll split them. She's about it. See,
So
there it is. There
give
it
a
is.
backstory here, because you just started recording, so no one has any idea what you're talking about. You have
All I'm saying
multiple
is,
brown couches.
yeah. So
The
I
cats
bought.
are brown.
So
You got to
so
eat your brown.
just in case I shit myself, I can use these couches. No. What happened was when I went to Indianapolis, right? There's these two couches that came with the set. It was like $1,200 for everything, which is the
Okay,
Midwest
that's
for you.
not bad.
It's good.
Yeah. No, when I say everything, it was everything. I got a kitchen table, chairs for the table, two end tables, a coffee table, two brown couches, one easy chair, a bed with a mattress, and a big dresser. So it's
And that
like,
was $1,200.
dude, the Midwest, unbelievable. And I've added $800 more for them to deliver it and to set it up in the apartment before I got there.
Holy
Jesus.
Moses. All right, so now
That's a
question.
hookup right there.
Yeah,
What'd you tip the guys?
nothing,
Nothing. Why no tip?
because I didn't see them. They set it up before I left.
And they set it up and left. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
they set it up as I was still in BSI, kind of too. So
Wow.
like that's the backstory. And then so fast forward to now, when I bought this condo, we went to a bargaining store, basically. I think it's in
Did
Sterling.
you was it run by gypsies?
It was run by a gypsy, yeah, for sure. It had to be a gypsy. But the person gave me three nice bar stools, and one huge brown couch. You guys been to my apartment? The two brown couches in my
Yeah.
living room. So
Yeah.
it's that altogether was $700. $700. Of course I'm
Can't
Hold
pass
on.
up a deal like that.
Just so you know, Sam has been giving me commentary on what you're saying, and she said it is the shittiest of shitty furniture.
Well, it's 700. I mean, it's a
No,
bargaining.
$1,200 furniture.
So what do you want me to do? You want me to buy an L-shaped couch or a couch with chargers in it, easy chairs, whatever, for $12,000? What money do I have? I'm just saying, if you want new couches, get the collateral. Don't put it all on me. I just bought a new TV, damn it.
But this is your third TV, right?
Yeah, but I needed it.
I don't think you need TVs or couches.
First of all, let's start with the TVs, okay? What am I going to do when hockey, football, and basketball are on at the same time? You're going to have one
Watch
TV.
hockey.
Well, you're going to put one TV on hockey, one TV on football, and one TV on basketball.
Which
Or
TV is hockey? The biggest, the middle, or the smallest?
depends on who's playing.
How
Who's
big are these
playing what?
TVs? Are these all? What's the size here?
So we have 70, the largest, 43, and then a 22.
Okay.
So I would say this. So if we are saying football trumps all, obviously, so that's 70. 43, it depends on what team is playing. If the Caps are playing, they're on the 43. If the Miami Heat are playing, they're on the 43. If both are playing, the Miami Heat trumps the Caps. Sorry.
What's on the 70?
Football. Football trumps all.
Oh, football trumps all. Right.
Football
Right.
will prevail.
Is that what it is?
I don't know. It's kind of like, but think about it. I didn't grow up with hockey like you guys, so like I'm a newer fan.
Yeah.
Kind of.
That's true.
So it's not like I don't like hockey. It's just, unfortunately, if I had to pick on those three teams, I mean, obviously the Steelers won, Heat 2, Caps 3.
And Sam just has to watch sports nonstop. Like she lives at ESPN zone.
Yeah, she basically lives in ESPN.
Yo, living at the ESPN zone would be fucking dope. Wake up in
It'd
the
be
morning, be like,
dope.
yo, I'm gonna go shoot some hockey pucks. Next thing, oh, I'm gonna go shoot some basketballs. I'm gonna go raid the liquor in the bar, breakfast beer, and then probably take a nap on the skee ball, and move from there. You know.
You forgot one of the main things. You could do all those things, but you also can pretend. At least the one in Baltimore, you can pretend like you were a newscaster for like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can do the Pierre McGuire special and move the camera.
Yeah.
Is that when they had like the green screen backdrop and stuff, and you can go and sit there?
Yeah. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep.
No, we've definitely been there for like multiple hockey gatherings.
Honestly,
Oh,
ESPN Zone is one of the most elite Like, I think
Clubs?
I would be part of the club. I'd be a rewards member at this point. Like, if ESPN Zone was still around, I mean, like, Dave and Buster's is cool. I mean, obviously, Chuck E. Cheese is out of our realm of ages because if we go there, I mean, except for Zach because he has
I'll
Elliot.
say maybe for you guys, but I can go to Chuck E. Cheese. I got a kid now.
Yeah.
Cheap beer and cheap pizza, actually.
Plus, you can also do the arcade in Ocean City, which is also another place, which is just random as shit.
Funland in Rehoboth, always a good time.
Can't go wrong with a Boardwalk arcade.
And Boardwalk Arcade, where there's just that one dude that's been there for years and has just told you all his records,
all his trials and all his tribulations.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I don't give a fuck. You were here when sand wasn't even formed.
So when you have your TVs blaring, do you have all the sound maxed out?
No, so
On
I
all
have
of them?
the 70 inch is the prime sound.
Of course,
then,
football
yeah.
prevails.
But here's also a thing. I bought an Echo Show. Thank you, Prime Day. I got an Echo Show for $74. I have 2 Echo Dots. I personally don't. I have an Echo Dot. Sam has an Echo Dot. What we're going to do is we're going to link them together, and that's our sound system. That is our surround sound system.
Is it really your surround system, as in you and Sam, or is it your surround system, as in Michael's surround sound system?
Okay, let's put it this way. Sam was not using the Echo Dot. I was not using my Echo Dot. Now that I have use for both Echo Dots and I bought the Echo Show, I feel like I trump 2-1 in that category. And I bet you she's
breaking
right now.
Breaking news on 5 Holers. Nikita Zadorov to a 2-year, $3.75 million cap hit deal with the Flames. We're breaking news. This is going to air on like Monday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Air tomorrow. But Johnny Hockey already left for the fucking Columbus Blue Jays. Blue Jays.
He went to the Blue Jackets? I didn't see that. I was thinking he might be Chicago's savior.
No.
Are we going right into this? Are we doing intros or outros?
You want to do intros or outros? Is that Eric pick?
Outros.
Okay. So Johnny Hockey went to. So this is what I've known so far. Obviously, we're going to talk about the Caps moves because I think we're all happy with at least the 3 moves that I saw, and then the one that's just like, Johnny Hockey went to the Blue Jackets. Brett Burns.
I'm not seeing that.
Yeah, Goudreau went to the Jackets, $7 million, 7 years, $68.6 million.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know if the Flames were able to match that offer at all, but yeah.
You know who's a big doucher?
Who?
Evgeny Malkin.
Yep, just go.
Yeah.
He played all this jazz about, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna go somewhere else, I'm gonna hit the market, and then he fucking signs with the Penguins for 4 more years.
Apparently, it was only because Crosby got involved with the negotiations because he felt like they were disrespecting
Sidney Crosby
Malkin.
showed up and cried.
Yeah,
he basically with him.
Yeah, there's memes online of Crosby holding a gun saying, "You better fucking sign, dude." Basically.
It's not funny in this climate, is it?
It's all right. It's funny because let's be honest.
There he is. There he is.
Let's
is that
be
honest.
One
of the brown couches? Is that a brown couch?
Oh, bro, I've been sitting on this for hours.
I love it.
Let's be honest. It's funny because Sidney Crosby, 1, will never own a gun because, I mean, I feel like he's just not a gun guy. And number 2, he is the biggest pussy of all time. So he will never, ever do anything.
I don't know, man. I'm tired of the Sidney Crosby hate. The Ovechkin-Crosby rivalry is over. Sidney Crosby's a good hockey player.
Oh, I'm not here saying he's not a good hockey player. It's like this. It's like how
You're just calling him a bitch.
Yes, because here's the deal. I hate a lot of people, but I think you're bitches. Like, Tom Brady is a bitch to me. But I respect the shit out of the man. I respect the shit out of Sidney Crosby. I respect the shit out of LeBron James, even though I think all of them are crybaby bitches. That's it.
You know what? While we're on the subject of crybaby bitches, did you see what the Stahl brothers did?
Yeah, they're both trying to go to Florida.
Yeah, Florida picked up Mark Stahl, and they gave Eric Stahl a professional tryout for their development camp.
So basically, what you two are saying to me right now is the Stahl brothers are going to Florida to play the rest of their careers.
Not all of them.
Oh yeah, 2 of them. Because there's like 60 of them. 2 of them are going there just
Jordan,
to
Jared, Mark, and Eric.
just having 4 years of just enjoying the sun and probably retire. One of them probably retire. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Did you see? And then one of the big goalie news besides ours is Brovsky went to the Kraken.
Wait, really? I didn't catch that.
Hold on, let me see that.
I didn't see that
God
either.
damn it. Is Shanuti the most on top of the hockey news this
Oh,
time?
no. I read it wrong. You're right.
Is Burakovsky?
Burakovsky.
Burakovsky, yes.
Yeah.
We re-signed,
So,
we
here.
re-signed Mojo today.
Yeah, we did.
Let me throw out some ones. Let me get you guys' opinions here because there has been a lot going on. Evander Kane, 4 years, $20 million with the Oilers.
Well, that
He
kind
can
of
rot in Edmonton.
You saw that because he did a wonderful job in the playoffs. So
You
that was
know
going to
what?
happen.
He's going to be far away from Las Vegas. I think that's a good place for him to be.
Yeah. Plus, he's with that hothead McDavid, so he's going to be.
And
fine.
he's in a different country, which is probably pretty important for him.
True.
Claude Giroux, 3 years, $19 million with the Ottawa Senators.
That makes sense. The Ottawa Senators are trying to rebuild. Claude Giroux is an experienced veteran who's played on many fucking great teams. I think it's a good pickup for them.
Max.
Am I supposed to say something? I don't know.
I was gonna say, yeah, you guys go for it. I'll just give the trade.
Oh, I thought you were gonna rattle them off. Oh, Dustin Tokarski went somewhere. I think he went to. Hold on.
Well, yeah,
Yaroslav Halak to the New York Rangers.
Yeah, Max Domi, 1 year, $3 million to Blackhawks.
Hey, did Brent Burns to the Hurricanes happen yet? Did that get confirmed?
Yep.
Yeah, that's confirmed.
Confirmed. Yep.
I hate the goddamn Hurricanes.
People spending the most here is Tampa Bay. They had Sergachev, 8 years, $68 million. Then they have Cirelli, 8 years, $50 million, and they have Zernick, 8 years, $41 million. They just spent some fucking money.
They're trying to create a dynasty, though. They want to keep trying to win cups, and that's their core.
Trying to think. Burakovsky, Kraken. He got paid too, $27 million for 5 years. Pretty nice.
Yeah.
For him. And let's see who. There's been a bunch of other ones. Bunch of stuff that doesn't really matter that much. It'll be interesting.
Here's where we need Jeff. Jeff would be on top of this.
Yeah, I think it's true. He would be. He would be very much more on top of this. Vincent Trocheck got signed to the Rangers, 7 years, $39 million.
Samsonov to Toronto.
Yep.
Caps just fucking cleaned house on goaltending after last year.
We did.
Is a move I agree with.
I think. I mean, as a goaltender, Zach, that's what I wanted your opinion. Like, how did you feel? Because, like, I know the two that we had in Verana and Samsonov, like, it is what it is. But like,
Vitek.
What did I say?
Vitek.
Verana.
You said Verana.
Sorry.
No, he said Verana.
I said Verana. My bad. After releasing those two, we kind of went the opposite direction of youth to like more seasoned veteran, especially obviously a Stanley Cup winner. But how would you feel? Like, I mean,
well, let me just say real quick, so if people haven't heard the news, Darcy Kemper, 5 years, $26 million to the Caps, and then Charlie Lindgren, 3 years, $3 million to the Caps. So,
honestly, as a Caps fan and a goaltender, it's kind of crazy to see our entire goaltending just tandem move out and have a new tandem move in. But at the same time, I like the move. The two guys we had last year just didn't get the job done. Neither one of them was stealing games for us, and that's what the Caps need. We need someone who can jump in and steal a game when we're not playing our best, because our game's very streaky and we have periods of time where we're not going to play well. But if we can sneak a couple games against mediocre to crappy teams when we shouldn't have won those games, that's big for us in the standings and points wise. And then come playoff time, we have two experienced veterans who know how to play goal, and they'll get fired up, and between them, they'll win us games.
I like it. I personally said it beforehand. When I saw it, I was just like, what is a better way of saying you're all in and try to capitalize on these last years of Ovi, Backstrom, all those guys, than going in on these two goaltenders that have experience and have been on winning teams. I mean, one just literally won it a couple months ago. So hopefully there's no hangover, but you never know. But at the same time, I think when you go to DC, you're going to be met with some pretty seasoned vets. And I like the defenseman that they signed today. I forgot his name, but he's from the Blackhawks, if I'm not mistaken. He's a really good in between kind of the lines kind of guy. He's just going to hit people. So that's what I read.
Hold on. Before we wander away from the goaltenders, there was one last point I wanted to make with these two guys. They're both really good goalies, and they're both very adaptive, and they are going to be practicing against Obi 5 days a week. That is going to boost them as players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
Yes,
it's going to be good because our team plays well when they know that they have a goaltender behind them. I think last season we didn't have confidence in front of Sammy or Vitek, so
Right.
we just didn't play that well. We weren't playing how we should. We weren't taking risks, and I think with these two pretty veteran goalies that they'll play a little bit better because they know someone's back there who can make the save that they need in the time they need to make it saved.
exactly. The Caps can play a more aggressive game with better goaltending.
Exactly. And I think that's
Yeah.
what we needed. I think if you saw the games last year from the very beginning, you just know that they were just trying to make as many goals as possible. Nothing. And it just didn't seem like Capitals hockey, in my opinion, that we've seen in the past 3 years beforehand. So
Let me ask you guys this. What do you think the Caps didn't address today? We need to address the rest of the offseason.
somebody for the second line. Who could
Playing
score?
what position?
A winger. I feel like we need a winger somewhere.
I don't
for the
know.
second
I think
line.
we need a first line right wing, and we need a second line center. And I propose this for our first line right wing, Phil fucking Kessel.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go, baby. Let's
Build
start this
thrill.
out. I feel like if Phil Kessel was a Caps, like is on the Caps, like I'll buy a jersey. I'll buy a jersey. I'll buy his jersey for sure.
I'll buy a jersey too.
I'd buy one, yeah.
I think that's where we
Boom.
go. We go.
That's
and
3
buy a
jerseys
jersey.
right there. We'll make Jeff buy one too.
Yeah, Jeff will
Definitely.
buy one.
Oh.
What happened
Someone
now?
got signed in Seattle. Ryan Winter, their third
no.
round draft pick in 2021.
Never heard of him. Did you guys see we also made a trade today?
No.
No, I'm just looking at everything right
before,
now. Yeah, we signed Mojo for a year, $1 million. We signed Connor Brown. He's a
Connor
winger.
Brown.
You know what? I bet
He's a
Mojo
winger.
skates on the top line with Kuznetsov and
the
Ovechkin this year.
So the Senators traded Connor Brown to us for our 2024 second round draft pick.
That's what it is. Yep. I was just getting to that. Yeah. So yeah, he's a winger. That should be
And
interesting.
then Eric
Gustafsson.
Gustafsson was the guy I was talking about.
Yeah.
Gustafsson.
And he's a good two-way defenseman, and we got Hendrik Borgstrom, who's a good center as well.
Oh.
So I think we covered a lot of things, but
to be
We're not
honest,
covering the right part of the roster though. We're covering the lower end. We need to be covering the higher end.
I think we covered. I think we covered the high end of the roster that we needed, the goalie. But I mean, at the same time,
No. That was priority number one. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like I think GMBM still has a trade up his sleeve for some time between now and camp.
I don't think this is over. I don't think this is over, and I also don't think I think a lot of teams in the NHL are seeing what the Avalanche shit. Even though they lost their goalie, if you think about it, they're probably due for another one.
They shipped out a bunch of people.
Yeah, which is surprising.
They won the cup and they're breaking down and they're going to retool and they're going to go again in like 2 years. That's my guess.
I mean, their two best players are what, under 25?
Yeah, they have a young team.
Yeah,
they're like us back 10 years ago.
Even though they capitalized quicker than we did, but
whatever.
That's the
I don't know.
We
really
still got one, baby. Got that one.
You know what I'm worried about? Not having Wilson. Wilson's an issue.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big issue for us.
Is it confirmed that he's not gonna play?
I don't think it's confirmed, but
he had surgery.
Much.
He's gonna be out for the first half of the season.
Yeah.
At least.
I rather him be
I don't
healthy.
know. Don't you guys remember when he was suspended and we played like garbage the entire time?
Yeah.
Because we didn't have that enforced kind of like that intimidation factor. Like I just felt like like we talked about the goalie, right? I mean, if we didn't have Wilson on the play, I feel like a lot of people took shots or kind of like skated harder on us than it should have. But that's my opinion.
Yeah, they take their liberties because they know no one's out there who's really going to, take them on. They won't take on certain people like Ovi because they know he'll hit you back. But there's a lot I guess the only good thing is that Backstrom won't be playing, so he won't be able to get any further hurt. Mojo's going to have to keep set up. That is for sure.
Yeah, Mojo's bad about getting out.
Yeah, he takes a beating though, and he can usually get back up pretty quickly, which I'm pretty surprised.
He's like Charlie in the wrestling episode. Trash can to the head, right back up.
Yep, exactly. Exactly.
That would have been perfect for my list that I didn't create for tonight.
I didn't create a list either. I'm just gonna. I got a lot of things in mind, so.
So wait, are we all freestyling tonight? Because I know Shnuti never actually writes anything down.
No, this is the sports episode. Yeah, definitely freestyling. But I do have 5 in mind, so it might change. But I do have 5 in mind.
Wow, Shnuti was the most prepared person for the podcast tonight, by a country mile.
I feel like my 5 is going to be a wild 5, but I think it's the 5 that needs to happen. If that makes sense.
So like when I start thinking of like what our topic is, I'm like, I think of one thing, I'm like, oh, it's hilarious, and I'm like, oh wait, another, and it starts to form because it's all just somewhere in there, it's all there somewhere. You just gotta find it.
So we're done with free agency. Sorry guys, we're on to Holy Sunday like always. Welcome to the actual podcast, bitches.
Let's do midtros.
Oh,
midtros.
Midtros.
Welcome to the 5 Holer podcast. This is it. Actually, I'm going to do this. Welcome to the 5 Holers podcast, brought to you by Smooth My Ball. Smooth My Ball. Shave down there. Use the promo code 4CR20. That is the promo code 4. Then the letter CR and the number 20 to get your money off your next purchase. Welcome to the 5 Holer podcast. If you came in and halfway through,
brought to you by Swirly Tie Dyes, SWRLY on Facebook.
And please tag Home Theaters.
Come buy a couch.
Come buy a couch and 3 TVs.
$1,200.
And what better way to show up than being the garbage disposal than that, baby? 3 TVs and a couch. Michael, the garbage disposal Shnuti, at your service. And in between the pipes, the guy that always has the coolest hats alive. Probably tells us more about cycling than anybody I've ever seen in my entire life, but we needed it. We should bet on it. Zach, the Walrus, Vincent.
You know what? While we're talking about cycling, today was one of the most exciting days of the Tour de France I've ever seen in my entire life. All of the yellow jersey contenders were going at each other on the first, the second, and the fourth climbs, and it was just fucking fireworks. And then Jonas Vingegaard pulled ahead, climbed straight up Mount Galibier, and crushed today Pogačar and knocked it down like 2 minutes and 35 seconds, and he has the yellow jersey by almost 2 minutes now. He could hold it till the end of the race. But tomorrow they're climbing to Galibier again, and today Pogačar is not going to sit there and let that happen. So it's going to be another exciting day tomorrow.
It's going to be a bloodbath.
How much money did we win last time?
0.
Nothing. We've never won any money on cycling.
We have not won.
Who you get your money on tomorrow, Zach?
Roman Bardet, the shitter.
Did he fail us before?
He's failed us twice now, actually.
Damn, so 3rd time's a charm.
Yeah, see? There you go. I don't know shit about betting on cycling. It's so fucking sporadic, it's hard to bet on.
I agree on that.
We tried, though. Yeah. And we almost won some money. Wout van Aert, Yves Lampert fucking just knocked it out of the park that day, and that happens in cycling. It should be like betting on horses where you can bet to run, place, or show,
Yeah. Well, it's probably because they're all on steroids. They can't control their bodies and what the inputs and outputs they have. So
tons of steroids going on. It's ridiculous right now. Yeah. No one wants to admit it, but that's a proud tradition in cycling, though, is not acknowledging the doping that's going on at the time. Like, that's just how the sport works. So
I appreciate a sport that just slides it under the rug, to be honest.
Yeah. NHL does a lot of that, too. So
yeah. You're telling me in the NHL and the NFL they don't do doping? You're lying to yourself. But speaking of doping, are we ready to do our list?
Hey, I didn't get an intro. What's that?
Midtro.
I didn't get a midtro.
True. I forgot. Also, Jeff Schneider is out, of course. But the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour, He might be a Lego man one day, to be honest, for Elliot to play. I think you could be a cool Lego man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Also, you might be in the new upcoming film Clerks 3. Are we all happy about that? We'll talk about that after that.
Let's not talk about that. That's
We'll
an
do that at a
episode to
different
itself.
time.
We
Yeah.
should do a Kevin
The Red
next
Falcon.
week. Kevin Smith episode. Top 5 Kevin Smith movies.
All right, lock it in.
Boom. Roasted.
But at least you're not Kevin Smith, so that's a good thing. Eric, the Red Falcon, Vincent.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
I actually do have a confession to make. I did mix up Kevin Smith and Michael Moore for the longest time.
Yeah, very similar
I can
bodies
see that.
before Kevin Smith got skinny. Very similar. Very
it's
different
kinda
movies,
crazy.
but
Completely different, like, personas. Like, one guy's actually fun, and another guy wants to see the world burn. You can guess which one is which. I don't. You can after that one.
I really don't know.
No, I really don't know either. It could
Yeah.
go either way there.
That literally could go either way.
Literally.
But
goodness.
all right, so we're gonna do the top 5 Always Sunny sports,
Are we?
kind of loosely termed sports. So,
Sports?
Are we doing sports, or which one were we doing?
I don't know. I had no
Sports.
idea. I thought it was food because I just assumed that's what you said because it was your topic you were gonna pick.
I thought we said
But
sports because we said it's gonna be loose.
I can do sports
I think-
because I can change half these food ones into sports.
Hold on. I'm gonna moderate. Shanudi, you do your top 5 top to bottom. Eric, you do your top 5 top to bottom. We're gonna see how it meshes up. All right.
Deal.
Okay.
Deal.
cool.
I kind of like that.
Shanudi, number 5.
Okay, number 5, because we were talking about doping. I think this is the best way to start. I think we do the million dollar baby episode where Clown Baby and D gets fucking steroided up. So that's definitely the best episode to show sports paralysis in this entire show. And of course, the best part of the whole show is D and Charlie's interaction in the bar, yelling at each other, having the steroid rages and everything. And at the end, a $1 million baby type of ending. Somebody dies, and he just punches everybody out. So Frankie Twinkle Toes, love it. And do I do all of them?
No, I'll go real quick. So
No.
do you
Hold
want?
on. I'm gonna commentate on your choices.
Okay.
All right. $1 Million Baby, one of my favorite Charlie moments when he's eating the cheesesteak and his face is all bandaged up and he's fucking crying and screaming back and forth.
Yep.
Laughing maniacally.
Yep.
Eric, number 5.
So do you want me to do my I had a loose list, but I could do a free ball list because I could probably match food moments from every episode Shinity talks about.
All
But I
right,
guess
do it.
So I was gonna
Cheesesteak. He's gonna say
the
cheesesteak.
cheesesteak, yeah, when Charlie's sitting there crying when he's eating, it's a hilarious moment. Yeah, I'd say that'd be mine. Or when Dee's, I guess this isn't a food moment, but Dee's running around looking for her pills. That's a pretty funny moment.
Oh, yeah.
Number 5 on my real list was Gogino's in general.
Okay.
The whole restaurant, everything they do in there, from the waiter with his shoelaces tied together to Dee trying to get the guy to sit down and eat with her. And he's like, I don't got time for this
One of my
shit.
favorite characters.
Yeah, that
the
dude's
entire show.
hilarious.
There is some shit going down.
There's some shit going down. Yeah, amazing. So Gogino's in general is would be my number 5 there.
Nice.
All right. Shanudi, number 4.
Number 4 is another one, classic sports analysis, but I think it's funny because of how it also ends. The gang goes skiing. I mean, at this point, this is just so funny because it's just a typical, the party kids against the big kahunas. And he, at the end, none of it actually mattered. Because Frank said, I just fracked everything out of this mountain. And the fact that Dennis beats Charlie still after breaking both his legs cracks me up every fucking time. And the guy just being a perv, the never stop partying guy.
Oh, Driscoll.
Yeah,
Never stop
Driscoll.
partying.
And then he rips the female cop's shirt off. Yeah, that's what it is.
Dave Driscoll.
You know what
Isn't that someone famous? Who plays Dave Driscoll in this?
I don't know. He is someone who's been in something, but my favorite part of that episode is when Charlie doesn't have poles in their skis. We're like, hold on to these, and they give him beers, and then they all get to the bottom of the mountain, and he comes flying down and crashes through the fucking tables and into the snowbank. And he's got the beers the whole time.
His name's Dean Cameron, and he was in all the old school. He was in the movie called Ski School. So
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
that makes sense because he's the never stop. He's probably he said never stop partying in that too.
All right, Eric, number 4.
It's a guess. I don't actually know, but it's a guess.
I'm on the Always Sunny Wikipedia reading the description of this episode, trying to find a food. I can't find any food from the All Hit the Slopes episode. So I'll go with my number 4.
I got one. I got a food from that episode.
What?
Charlie tries to eat the trees off of the fucking diorama.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
does. Good call. That's
Yes,
hilarious.
good job.
Well, here's another. My number 4 is Charlie eating something he shouldn't, and it's when they're at the Italian market, and he has a pear for the first time. He eats the sticker. I eat stickers all the time, dude. Amazing.
That's the gypsy
Fantastic.
episode. That's the gang. The gang goes to the Grand Canyon, and they don't get
Gang hits
outside
the
of
road.
Philadelphia. The gang hits the road, yes, and the kid
Yep.
steals the car.
Yeah.
Yep, and he says the pear tastes like sand. He burned us. The gypsy bastard burned us. That's my number 4 there, coming in hot with the early episode.
Number 3 is going to come at a little surprise, but I mean, in this day and age, I feel like this is a sport, quote unquote. Charlie, King of Rats. Let's be honest. I mean, this is an absolute man war between everyone. I mean, you got, the prowess of Charlie coming out, his genius of just ruling this game and conquering everybody. D being an absolute bitch the entire time, and this being a classy affair, but she's coming. And him and Frank eating like a goddamn Islander. But nothing will top what I think is the most sports relevant thing of all time in that is Dennis getting pissed at people playing video games and him doing the virtual reality and him sucking his own dick and then turning off everything.
It wasn't virtual reality.
It was a sensory deprivation tank.
That's what it was. And it just, all of it was just amazing. From beginning to end, great episode. I don't think they could have written that any better. Any better.
That whole thing is an amazing episode. I mean, you got so many great lines. I mean, just Frank in general in that episode.
It's going to be
just
a
like
classy
a whore.
affair.
Yeah, it'd be a classy affair. You're invited anyways.
Some guy sent me these. I'm eating like a goddamn Islander.
All right, Eric, you're number 3.
Number 3. Well, I'm gonna go off this episode. I'm gonna say Charlie's energy balls. Remember, he tells Dee that you need to make some energy balls for Mac. Did you even guess any energy balls?
$5.
Yeah.
He just needed $5.
Yep, just $5 to make his energy balls.
You get milk, you get flour, you get vitamins.
Hilarious. So it's probably so disgusting. But Mac eats them. My real number 3 was Frank's sausage pocket in season 5 when they write the movie.
Oh, yeah.
And Frank, he's got all the sausage. He's like, I don't have to touch them. I use my shirt. It's so genius.
I feel like Danny DeVito actually thought that up himself too.
I think he did. I think he probably keeps. I don't know if he smokes, but I can see him having some cigars right there, and being like, "These look like sausages." I think that's probably how that played out. Or he actually had sausages in his pocket. That's my number. That's my number 3.
Honestly, great episode. That could have made it on the athletic episode because just writing in general is just tough. But my real number 2 is something that we all enjoy. I think this was my very first intro to Sonny. I will always say this episode brought me because of Faison Love and Mr. Donovan McNabb. I'm loving it. The gang tries out for the Philadelphia Eagles because that
the gang gets invincible.
Yeah, because
that's the Marky Mark episode.
Marky Mark.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, what's his name? What is D's name? Cole.
Yeah.
Cole
Armstrong.
Cole
Armstrong.
And she forgets to kick with the laces out. Kick the laces out, man.
Oh my god.
But really, the most athletic thing wasn't out in the field when him, Dennis, Mac, and Dee were fighting against each other. It was with Charlie and Frank taking acid and trying to fight the trip and have to fight off the McBoyles. Oh my God, what an episode! Because just just Frank thinking he's going into Artemis's mouth to be saved, and he thinks he just took a shit in a bucket, and he shoots the McBoyle that makes the Philadelphia Eagle in the fucking knee. It's hilarious.
Doyle McPoyle, you mean?
Yeah, yep, Doyle McBoyle.
That is one of the better
And
episodes.
then Frank fucking shoots him at the end.
He
Yep.
shoots him in the knee.
My
Yeah.
leg, no!
Oh man, yeah, the parade of the McCoyles coming out of the trailer the whole time.
He's like, that's the sun. He's like, that's the sun there.
That's the sun. Yep, that's the sun.
I love that episode. Oh my god.
That's a fantastic one. I'm trying to think of food from that episode. Charlie's beer.
Beer
that
with
Frank
acid
puts-
in it.
Frank puts
Beer
all
with
the
acid.
in. That's where all those pieces of paper were. I swallowed all those. I love how Charlie would just swallow pieces of paper that were in his beer. It's like it's no problem.
Yeah, that nobody really talks about that more. Like, I feel like we should be talking about that more. That the dude thought the pieces of paper were okay from the very beginning.
Yeah, they're good to go. I guess. I mean, Charlie doesn't really care. He did say once, "I ate all the pizza
stickers all
and
the
drank
time.
all the beer." Yep,
Yeah.
he eats stickers all the time. My number 2 is that though. I ate all the pizza and I drank all the beer. And Charlie is shit wasted because he's waiting for Mac to get home because Mac's banging the waitress. And then he says that, and then Mac goes in his room, and then Dennis is standing there in the doorway. He's like, "Doesn't
Yeah.
sound like best friend talk to me," or something like that.
Yeah.
And that's
He
when
just-
Charlie ends up peeing in the bed. He's like, "Am I peeing, guys? Wake me up if I'm peeing." Fantastic.
Oh, Jesus
Fantastic.
Christ.
Dude, if you piss on our couch again, you're buying us a new couch.
I think that's what Sam has to do for me to buy a new couch. He needs to just piss on them. All right, my number 1. My number one is by far the most athletic feat these guys could have done. And it's a 24-hour dance marathon. The gang has to save the fucking bar. The gang dances their ass off because your fucking illiteracy has screwed us over for the last time, Charlie. And
that's in like the second season too.
It is so funny because the entire thing is just out of control from the beginning. They have the 2 biggest side characters in the waitress and Cricket. Cricket comes back from his devastating hit with the mob with his exoskeleton. And
no, Frank builds on the exoskeleton, I think, right?
Yeah.
No, the exoskeleton is built. It's when Mac and Dennis, or he goes against Dennis, and he's like, "I'm gonna go against you," and he's like, "Oh fuck!" And then he tenses up and falls. And then the exoskeleton was given to Mac because he's trying to give everybody the energy balls that had the stuff
the
in it.
Benadryl on them or
The
whatever.
yeah.
And they gave it to Charlie, and Charlie, he's like, how is Charlie still alive? There's enough in there to kill a water buffalo.
He's like slumped over drooling.
Yeah, and then they thought they lost the bar because D was the last one up, but he had an inside horse. Larry's gonna win the bar for them. The homeless gentleman who calls Cricket a street rat when they're trying to make the balls, and then Cricket comes in and tries to beat him in the leg, and then gets D. They're all cheering, and D goes, "I may have shattered my kneecap." And then Dennis just being an absolute scumbag, trying to hit on a engaged woman, is just the top notch. This is all just top notch.
Classic Dennis right there.
Classic Sonny episode. Classic. All of them being just scumbags. It's great.
Well, the opposites of energy balls have to be my food from that episode then, but they're not the energy balls. The opposite. I think Charlie says, he's like, they're energy balls, right? And they're like, no. And because they didn't want Charlie. They
He's like, I
Charlie
feel kind of weird. Wait, why do I feel weird? He's like, because we put drugs in them.
Yeah. Oh, Charlie. Well, my number one food, I'm sure it's yours because it's something that we have all actually had from the Always Sunny universe. I believe Snooty's had it. It's something that is delicious, sweet, fiery. Might almost burn down your apartment making it. The rum ham. It's your favorite. It's my favorite. It's everyone's favorite.
If you picked anything else, I would have rioted. I'm sorry. I knew you were going to pick that. That's amazing.
It had to be number one. It's literally the only food from that universe that I've had. Besides, like
Yeah.
regular shit, but I think that's the only thing I've made because of
We
them.
need a. You know what we need to try is the sandwich that makes Frank fart, and they have to keep him outside.
Oh, a hot Charlie.
A hot Charlie.
There's the grilled Frank.
It was a hot Charlie.
It's a hot Charlie with a grilled Frank with rum ham. I think it might be all three.
Grilled. There's a grilled Charlie, which is Wonder Bread, peanut butter, American cheese, butter, and Hershey's chocolate syrup.
Mm-hmm.
I'd eat that.
Let's see. Recipes. All right.
There's a recipes website.
No, it's only grilled Charlie.
Should we give out the rum ham recipe?
Yeah, go for it, Zach. While I'm looking this up.
All right, you get the spiral ham, you get some Dijon mustard, you get some brown sugar, you get some cloves, you get some pineapple slices, you get some pineapple juice, which comes in the can with the pineapple slices. You get a little bit of orange juice, and you get some rum. You take the spiral ham, you put it in all the pineapple juice and like a cup of orange juice, all right? And then you take the ham and you cover it in fucking Dijon mustard. Then you cover it in fucking brown sugar. Then you take the cloves and you stick the pineapple slices on the outside of it. You put it in the oven at like 350 for 2 hours. You take it out. You pour rum all over that thing. 151 works best for the biggest flames, obviously. And don't go light on the rum. Put like 2 cups of rum. No, put like a cup of rum in there. And then you light the whole thing on fire and you let it burn. It's going to create large flames. So make sure you are under a hood or at least like in the middle of your kitchen, but flames are going to shoot up. Either way, once that goes out, you go ahead, you put it back in the oven for an hour, you take it out, you torch it one more time, and then you put it back in for like 20 minutes. And it comes out crisp, juicy, and delicious.
It is fantastic. I love a good rum ham.
I might make it tomorrow.
The grilled Frank is sausage, spam, bacon, wrapped in a jelly pancake, cooked with a stick of butter.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. It's just
how
is Frank alive?
No wonder he was farting so much.
Right? Yeah, was that when he that's when he falls out the window because he has to sit on the windowsill because he's farting? Yeah. And he gets the big gash on his head.
Yeah, dude. I think that's probably one of the best is Charlie when he just yells
Charlie. Oh, you know, there's some idiots here cooking with Babish. That guy, he did some people on here have already done Always Sunny cooking shows, like food episodes, YouTubers.
None of them make a rum ham as good as we do. I guarantee you that.
Guarantee
no
it.
way.
Guarantee
no way.
Guarantee it.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Oh man, I want a rum ham now.
So we can be on page next week. Are we gonna do Kevin Smith?
Yep, yeah. Kevin Smith.
Okay. I'll make sure I remember that.
Top 5 movies?
Yeah.
Top 5.
There's gonna be a lot of overlap. So
yeah.
Maybe we should do a ranked point system and submit our picks and then go through the list of whatever we came up with.
I can do that. Give me your list.
All right.
That's the behind the scenes stuff that you hear here at Five Holders. Planning the next episode.
You stay for the free agents, or you come for the free agent stuff. You stay for the Sonny stuff, but you come back for the behind the scenes.
That's what you stick around for.
You stick a butter up your ass like a Frank.
This is like when people stay after all the credits for Marvel movies to see a little in snippet, and you're like 12 seconds.
There you go.
You know what the first big movie to do the after credit scene was? I read this today.
Ferris Bueller.
Ferris Bueller.
Yeah. He's like, what are you still doing here?
He's like, what are you still doing here? Like,
yep.
Go home.
Wasn't it like supposed to it teased the sequel, but they never made the sequel?
No, why would they? That was a perfect movie.
What's he gonna do?
I'm happy that they didn't. I'm just saying.
They should make a movie about all those characters now. That would actually be pretty cool.
See if he married his girlfriend. I forgot her name in that.
Sloan.
Sloan.
Ferris married someone else.
I bet you. And then Cameron probably is like a billionaire or some shit.
That's funny you say that because that dude Cameron, he's on that show Succession. And he is like a
Dude,
millionaire.
I love that fucking show. I love
Pretty
that
good.
show. You guys
Pretty
need
good.
to watch that if you haven't. That's for the listeners.
I didn't like it.
forever.
I hate the fucking Culkins. They creep me out.
Well, I think
Oh,
that's a good.
Culkins
That's
are
a good
great.
reason. See, that's a good
Yeah.
reason. If you're gonna say you hated it because of like the storyline or the acting, then that's different. Culkins, if they creep you out, they creep you out. I can't stop you from that.
Can't stop that from happening.
Like I can't stop that. If you could get past it, enjoy the show. You enjoy the show.
They are real creepy, but they're good creepy on this show at least.
No, the one. I mean, he's the younger brother, so of course, like not the other one. So
Yeah. That's a good one. It's a good
Yeah.
one right there.
I think that's a good Culkin.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch it. I still have Righteous
Alright,
Gemstones to
well,
watch.
I like Righteous episodes. I finished the second season.
It's a good one too.
I think HBO.
Yeah.
I mean,
Barry.
if we're
Barry
talking,
season 3 was fucking awesome.
if we're talking pound
Oh,
for
yeah.
pound, show for show, HBO Max kills Netflix, kills Hulu, kills any of those shits because HBO
Shout out.
Max.
Shout out to Big Love. Me and Ashley are rewatching that right now.
Great
Wonderful
show.
fucking show.
Great
Bill
show.
Paxton, like, at his punching weight, too. Like, what else do you need?
Big Love.
You have Big Love.
It's about polygamist in Utah in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
It's the guy with 3 wives. Yep.
Yep. Great show.
Great show. That you had Entourage, you have Sopranos, you have The Wire, Oz, you have We Are Own the City. I'm watching that now. Westworld is good. Succession is good. You're not creeped out by the
Westworld dropped off for me.
I think they're just doing too much at this point. I think it's
hard
just,
to get into.
I don't know. You have Eastbound
they're-
and Down. You have Silicon Valley. You have Veep.
Yep. We're missing one big one.
They got a lot.
We're missing the biggest one.
The
Sopranos.
Leftovers.
The Wire.
Oh, Leftovers good. I said The Wire, Game of Thrones. I mean, everybody loves Game of
Sopranos.
Thrones.
R.I.P.
I
I
can
Paulie
live
Walnuts.
without Game of Thrones.
Paulie Walnuts,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
this episode dedicated to Tony Sirico.
We love you. And with that being said, Zach, take us out.
Hey!
Say it in an Italian accent.
Oh, hold on. I think for outros, we should all do our best Paulie Walnuts.
All right, go ahead. You first.
Hey, Tony, you hear what I said? You hear what I said? I said, that's my dog.
Eric.
Wait, is that a real quote?
Yeah.
No, it's just
No
me
way.
doing Paulie Walnuts.
All right.
Oh.
Me. I got it.
Yeah,
I got it.
should do it.
Okay. You're not gonna believe this. He killed 12 Czechoslovakians, and he was an interior decorator. I'm gonna add Chrissy to this. This
Well
place
done.
looked like shit.
Shaduni goes and quotes Christopher Moltisanti.
Yeah.
Your mother was working the bonbon concession at the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, there we go.
All right, boys.
All
Great
End it
show.
right there because we're not going to do better.
All right.
No.
Well, you gotta say the saying. We gotta say our saying.
Got to.
What we got?
Why go bar down when you can hit the 5-hole, boys? Aim low.
Hey!
Hey, Bonnie.
Hey!
Ooh.
Hey!
Look, it's an ad for a weight loss commercial. Before and way before.